Ebro in the morning, Laura Styles, Rosenberg. Special guest today, Damon Wayans Jr. Now, there's several things let's deal with off the top. You have the burden of the last name.
Yeah.
Then you have the burden of looking, I would say, exactly like your father.
I look just like.
Yeah, you do.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Because it's not only the last name, but then it's like you walk in a room, it's like, is that? And you're like, yeah. Oh, and then the burden of the exact same name.
Exact same name, not last name. Name.
Same name. Whole name.
It's fuck. They fucked you over, kind of, bro.
Hey, you know how many times I've like accidentally walked into my parents doing it because she was screaming my name.
Ew,
Don't do that.
that's
Don't
so
do that. Fuck
foul.
Damon!
Yeah, mama. She's like, no, the
Ew.
other one. I'm like, I'm already in here.
That's weird. That's
So
weird.
is he.
Why does it smell like that?
Too far. Too
Girl,
far.
he's a Wayans.
Yeah, he is a Wayans. Would you say that your humor, for those that don't know it, is more like whom, if you were to be compared to someone in the family?
It's like it's more
Thirst.
like
Wait, time out.
more like-
Thirst bucket behind me?
No, I'm making fun of you.
Why?
like my pop. Probably.
Wait, hold on one second. What? What's the problem?
Because I love when you ask questions like that. You go, what is your... To someone who doesn't know. Let's pretend someone doesn't
Yes.
know what your humor is like. But I know who you're talking about.
No, but they may have not seen him do stand-up.
I know. Well, I know.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, I'm just curious. I was just
What the
making...
fuck's the problem?
Sorry, why are you getting mad? Don't
Can
get
we
distracted.
continue?
Can I just make faces at Laura during the interview?
What the fuck is going?
Sorry,
Let's continue.
Damon, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry about this. Thanks, man. Continue. Tell us about your humor for those who don't know.
Yeah, I feel it's probably most like my dad's because I was around him so much, especially when I started stand up. He was bringing me on the road with him, even when I wasn't really ready. He just threw me out there, and I just had to adapt. And he's giving me a lot of pointers. So I'm a lot like him. I'm definitely a lot like myself though. Like I'm a little more obscure. I don't really talk as much about current events as he does, only because I feel like current events, they pass. Like you're not gonna come to my show and see all these jokes about Caitlyn Jenner or Bill Cosby. I mean, I might dabble on it if somebody like brings it up, but nothing like where I have like bits about it.
Right.
Do you think that was?
I feel like everybody's said it already.
Do you think do you think that was limiting to your dad? Because I think your dad had a couple of the best specials of the '90s. Do you think that people don't go back and look at them as much?
I don't think that it's just not something I like to do. I don't think it's a bad thing. Me personally, that's why I don't do it.
What's your favorite of your dad's specials?
The one where he was talking about OJ.
Me too. So that's the one.
Yeah.
Is comedy something you always wanted to do, or did you feel pressured into it by your family, or did you feel like, oh, this guy kind of have to go?
Just imagine them like,
Yo, man, get the fuck
in a
up there and
room,
make
just like,
people laugh.
gun to my head, like,
Yeah.
you doing comedy, nigga. It's just all of us. It's just it was no pressure. It was I wanted to be an animator initially. I wanted to draw and stuff. That's what I used to do.
Oh, that's dope.
And then I was told how much they got paid, and I was like, what's my dad doing? And it's just funny. It's like comedy. Everybody in my family's funny. Everybody, it's like a learned behavior. Partial DNA, maybe. I doubt it, but it's like just you're around it all the time. You're gonna pick it up.
Well, everyone says your grandma is really funny, right?
Oh, yeah.
Holidays?
Yeah.
Imagine
I
the
got
holiday
in trouble
dinners.
talking about her, so I'm not gonna say
You
anything.
don't even want to, like, there was beef because you brought up your grandma too much? You gave too much information?
I did a bit about my grandma on the Ellen show, and it wasn't even really about her. It was just like it was like a joke. And then my grandma just happened to be.
I saw you on Ellen explaining this after the fact.
Exactly, and one of her friends snitched on me to her, and then I had to apologize to my grandma on the second time I went up on Ellen because I said the joke. Like, you can't make fun of my grandma. She's funny as hell, but she don't play.
I'm confused here.
He made a joke.
No, I get that part.
Okay.
But, so here's this woman who's the matriarch of the family, right? Leader, had all these amazing children, right? And here's her grandson. And they're all known for being funny. He goes on and makes a joke. Now, did the joke cross the line in any way, in your opinion?
No.
So, The reason I'm confused is because I think she's making a joke on you to force you to go back on the show and apologize so she can laugh at your punk ass behind your back.
I mean,
It's possible.
yeah, it's possible.
See, you see what I'm saying?
I think she was more offended, and I took it upon myself to apologize to her on the second time.
Was she offended because it was not
You
funny?
just don't talk about her. It's like,
Just
it's
keep
like
my
she's
name
the
out your
mom.
mouth?
Yeah, keep my name out your
Whoa.
mouth, B.
Well, Grandma hits you like that.
Yeah, Nana don't play.
I think she's punking him.
Yeah, it's possible.
She punked me.
Well, I was going to ask you when you were talking about your experience being, what you do being different than your dad. I mean, your experience is so different, right? I mean, they all grew up in the projects in Chelsea, and you grew up. I mean,
A bunch of Jews.
I was gonna say, with all due respect, the rich kid of a famous actor in a famous family. You're the next generation, so it's a totally different experience. Now, do they ever bust your balls and say there are things that you couldn't possibly understand?
That's why she punked you.
Yeah,
That's why she punked you.
Because
She's from the hood,
Yeah.
and she was like, this little bastard, he's rich and
true.
entitled. Fuck him. Getting on TV talking about me. What the fuck is wrong with him?
Say sorry.
Front yard.
Exactly.
Who do you think he is? Yeah, man. I mean, I definitely had a different upbringing. Like, I went to school with a whole bunch of. I went to school with Jonah Hill, Zoe Deschanel, Baron Davis.
Wait, you went to school with Dave Appleton? You know Dave Appleton?
Who's Dave Appleton?
My man Snuff. He's good friends with Jonah Hill and I think
I went to Crossroads. It was it's a school in Santa Monica.
Wait, is it where Baron went?
Baron,
Yeah,
Where
just
Baron was
Baron.
where Baron was in like a beast.
Baron was like a grown. He's always been a grown man, and that was when his teeth was like fucked up. I knew when. Yeah, crazy ass teeth.
Before the S curl.
Yeah,
Before that perm?
Before the curl.
Well, he just got the escrow.
No, he got the curl just.
Nah, this curl's the remix.
Oh, you brought it back.
Yeah, this is a
Did
bring
he do the
back.
curl. He was doing it to clown, right? He wasn't like.
I mean, he rocked it for a minute, but I think that was his throwback. He
You
was
hit your
like,
boy.
yo,
You talked.
yo.
You talked to him,
I hit him like, yo, you want to come interview? I want to talk to you about your curl. He just went, ha.
and that was it.
That was it.
Were you like, no, seriously?
I got a story about him actually. We was so I was like one of the only black kids in the school. I come in there. I'm like in 8th grade, and Baron's like probably 10th grader. He bringing me around, showing me the ropes, like showing me all the like white girls he boned and stuff like that.
That's nice.
I respect it.
He was being real cool, just like took me under his wing and whatever. And I did, and he was like, he talked like how I talk, like a little white dude. I was like, oh,
He
black dude
he
talking like a
can
white
be
dude.
very proper.
Right, so I'm like, oh, that's cool, right? And I didn't know anything about the blood stuff. So I was like with him one day. We was like play fighting or whatever, and he grabbed me, and I grabbed him by his shirt, and I ripped the shirt pocket off, and he was like, blood. Hey! He got on me, grabbed me up, and he was like, nigga, he took the shirt off. He said, fix this. Threw it in my face, right? And I was like, what? He's like, take this home and fix it.
This did
I
not
went
happen.
home.
This happened.
I swear to you, I went home. I was crying, and I was just like, Mom, where's your sewing kit? Like, I was like, sewing that nigga's shirt pocket.
Came back with the
You
Gordon
came back
Gartrell
with
with the pocket
No,
sideways.
I didn't. I messed it up so much that I just
Yeah.
came back with like $20, and then I was just like, and he like snatched it from me. He was like, "All right, we cool." And then he started talking white again. I was like, "Nigga, y'all don't trust me."
That's so good.
Damon Wayans Jr. is on Ebro in the Morning, Hot 97. Lauren Rosenberg
my
is here.
God,
You're performing some stages here in New York City, right?
Yeah, I'm doing Carolines.
How many days?
I'm doing Thursday, one show to damn, I don't.
Yeah,
That's tonight.
Tonight.
Doing Thursday tonight. I'm doing 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday.
Tickets, you can get them Carolines. Isn't it CarolinesOnBroadway.com? I think it is.
Carol, something like that.
You can Google it.
Just get tickets,
run
man.
your Googles,
Google
man.
Carolines.
Yeah, run your Googles.
Or just show up at Caroline's and buy tickets at their box office. So how many primetime TV shows are you on currently? You down to just one now?
No, I'm down to none now.
0?
Yeah,
Yo,
I left New Girl.
you
No
left
more?
New Girl.
Nah.
And the other ones,
The other one died like last year, and then I did New Girl for like a year, and yeah,
Are you working on a movie on How to Be Single?
I just finished it.
Oh.
I shot that here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was dope.
Wait. Dope movie. I'm sure you'll come back and promote. You're leaving shows? What is this? You just left? You said you left.
it's out you.
I mean, because my contract was up. They wanted me to stay, but I was just like, nah.
I don't fuck with y'all no more?
Yeah, that's when I put my shades on. I was like, peace.
Halfway hood? You hit the halfway hood?
Halfy hood, shades on. I'm dropping my album. I'm out.
Well, why did you leave though? You didn't like where the character was or was going. It just wasn't something you felt added anymore.
No, it was cool. I was just I just wanted to do other stuff. Like I'm developing another show that is gonna be, to me more my speed. Like so if that happens, God willing, that'll be so.
And being over there doing that was taken away from you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so.
It takes up so much time. It's like you gotta shoot that show. That's like August till March, and then you have like that little window of just free time. Maybe do a movie in between. Then you gotta go back and do it.
It's a real commitment.
It's a grind. It's like a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
The money's nice. I'm not gonna lie. I do miss those.
Those checks, those steady checks, they're just
those
steady.
checks. Yeah.
Yeah. Now you do get steady checks. This is something I find very interesting about you is that like you've been very much on your ascent over like the last couple of years. I forget the first time I met you. I don't know where you were around here somewhere.
Yeah.
I saw you somewhere. Yeah, I saw you somewhere.
Yeah.
And then since then you've been on this ascent, really moving quickly and doing well. And I think like, your name and brand is doing incredibly. But you balance doing these big mainstream shows with also doing like very high-end commercial work. Mm-hmm. Talk about that, because speaking of checks, he doesn't do like Hulk Hogan Rent-A-Center commercials.
Yeah. Oh.
He does like what are the companies you do?
I did an Orbit gum commercial not too long ago. It's a really random idea, like me.
All those commercials are.
It was so weird. That's why it kind of made me laugh. I was like, oh, I'll do this. And then the amount of money they throw at you for those is just kind of like, it's like you'd be a fool to turn it down.
Yeah, you'd be an asshole. Yeah. You literally, it's like you're an asshole.
Yeah, like,
if you're like, no, my brand doesn't like gum. Motherfucker, everyone likes gum.
Everybody likes gum.
Everyone needs good breath.
What are the commercials? So we have Orbit.
And what's the other? You've done other ones too, right?
So I did Orbit's my most recent, and then I just shot one for this Yahoo Fantasy Sports.
That sounds good too.
Yeah, and that's not off-brand. It's like sports. By the time it comes out, it's gonna be all gone. So it'll be great.
Listen, people like gum. People like sports. They like football, fantasy football.
People like to laugh.
I like money.
Yeah.
And so it all
It all makes sense.
Do you want to ask about? I know you're about to ask about because you and I have talked about a few times.
Yes. The movie Let's Be Cops.
Yes.
Was the movie. You have the cop shades on right now, so you're kind of in character right now a little bit. The movie comes out. It looks damn funny.
The previews, it crept up, man. Like all of a sudden, these previews come out. I'm like, this movie looks good, and I was like, damn, Junior's about to be fucking on like donkey. I told everyone, like, watch A-list. Here we go.
Then the incident in Ferguson happens. Yeah. The same weekend the movie comes out with Mike Brown. And everyone, specifically, let me not say everyone because I think it did well at the box office, so it wasn't everyone. But I know in my world, it was like, nobody want to be a fucking cop, man. Nor do I want to laugh at cops, nor do I want to laugh at anything to do with cops. And how did you feel in that?
I felt the same way. I empathize with everybody who felt affected by that. I was just like, damn, man. I was like, what am I going to say? Only thing I didn't like was how the critics were trying to tie in the Mike Brown situation with the movie. They were like, oh, this is a terrible time. It's like, you guys know we shot that last year.
Yeah, you know of all people.
Yeah, that's the only thing that
they were looking for a story.
Ride the train.
Yeah, they were looking for a story.
And so, it was.
Don't act like I put this movie out just because Mike Brown incident took place in Ferguson.
Speaking of Mike Brown.
Yeah.
Like,
what'd be really funny right now?
Yeah.
It's not. In fact, given everything that's happened in the last year and a half, it's probably likely you wouldn't decide to make that movie right now.
I would not make. I vowed to myself to never make another Let's Be Cops, no matter how much how much money was offered to me, until they fix this, because it's just
nothing's funny.
Nothing's funny about that, man. It's just like, And they wouldn't even address it too. They would come out, well, Let's Be Cops 2, and then none of like that. Yeah. Well, that wouldn't be addressed at all. So it wouldn't even be funny.
It'd be so bad for you. You'd be finished. Yeah, I'll be honest, you'd be finished.
I would finish myself.
Yeah, exactly.
Pause. I feel like I had to say pause.
You did. Well, you did say I finished.
Yourself is weird. Yeah.
Depends on the content.
What do you mean?
Excuse me?
Come again? Pause.
I knew that was me.
He says really random things sometimes.
No, I was going to say, well, finishing yourself is not necessarily pause-worthy. I mean, you are giving a dude a hand job, but that dude is yourself. You see what I'm saying? It's confusing.
I get that.
Isn't that weird?
I get that.
Like, if I was to talk to a girl and be like, yo, how's your hand job game? She's like, I don't know. I don't really give hand jobs. I'd be like, word, I give them every single day. I'm practiced. My rhythm... I don't get off rhythm. I don't get off rhythm.
Actually, you know what? He's speaking facts.
Facto.
Because girls get off rhythm with their hands.
All right, but here's. Is it pause when you finish? Like if you finish on yourself?
Well, on purpose?
On purpose.
No,
that's the only way you can come.
If you're like, open up wide, motherfucker. Now there are situations when you have to duck.
Just for clarity, that is a pause.
Yeah.
That is a pause.
If you're like, this is the only way I get off. The only reason I jerk off is because I like the being cummed on part, not the ejaculating. I just want to feel it. Then you. Although I got to tell you, if that's your situation, you really have a great circumstance. Like I wish I was into that because I'd be like, dude, this is a cycle that'll never end. I would never get out of the fucking bed. Just do it again. Instead, it's like gross, and you have to like find something to clean it really well with. I'm a used T-shirt kind of guy myself. I know everyone has a different thing.
What?
T-shirts.
Wait, what are you saying?
I take a T-shirt that I've already
You have
worn.
like a designated T-shirt?
No, anything.
So it could be this one? Oh, God.
I've never worn. No, this shirt's brand new. But in general, it's like if a T-shirt, if I wore it like the day before, I didn't sweat in it, but like I wore it and took it off.
You just go into the hamper and
Just go to the top of the hamper.
chosen one?
Grab the chosen one. They're all sitting there like, no! And I'm like, it's you, motherfucker. Come on.
Ew,
And then it's him, and then
you have all these crispy T-shirts.
and then they get washed. It comes out.
Everybody has their own techniques.
Hey, what do you use? What's your thing?
My technique is basically I put my computer right here on like a dresser, right?
Oh, wow.
And then I have I get almost all the way naked except my socks. And so as
Traction.
I'm masturbating, I slowly go into the splits. And I keep like going into the splits. And like the more my ass opens, the easier it is for me to come.
We're going to end this interview right now. I was going to share mine, but I can't top that. Nowhere near that.
What is it intentional that your legs split?
It's just because of the socks, and I have to keep coming.
And you just shoot into the dresser?
No.
Don't be, Laura. What is he, a fucking animal?
Kleenex.
See, I always think Kleenex are a pain in the ass. It's like too limited a space.
What
What are you talking about? You have a 3-step process.
No. Mine's
Yes, you
easy.
do.
My T-shirts are gonna get washed anyway.
No, you have to get up. You have to get T-shirt. Then you have to wash T-shirts. That's 3 steps.
You're saying tissues next to the bed.
Tissues next to the bed.
Why don't you
It's
like the
boom,
Kleenex?
done.
It's like such a small
Let me tell you
window
guys
to
something
control. I'm not going to talk. We can't. So I mean, listen. You and I we've known each other, but we can't only go so far. He said, "You can't say how much do you come." Pause. I don't even think you can do that.
You can't pause yourself.
I don't even think you can pause that.
It's already in
Yo, my man, talk
By
to
the
me.
way, you just opened up.
want to know.
This is going too far.
Yo, if he was a real one. This is just the interview we needed today after this week of bullshit. This is just what we needed.
Damon Wayans Jr. is at Caroline's on Broadway. He's got like 9 shows happening this weekend, or literally 6. There's 6. Yeah. Thursday 2, Friday 2, Saturday 2. So you can plenty of tickets to go around. Go 2 drink minimum. Don't fuck around at Caroline's. The motherfuckers slap shit out of you if you don't buy 2 drinks.
Won't let you out.
They won't let you out, and they may slap you for real at Caroline's if you don't buy 2 drinks.
Facto.
And there's one girl in there, if you better buy a motherfucking nacho or something, or she got an attitude problem and may not talk to you after you get the 2 drinks.
Nachos.
I will tell you one thing, those drinks are strong and delicious. I like getting a White Russian when I go to Caroline's.
Of course, white milky drinks for you.
Okay, you know
nice,
what?
Nice, well played though.
Gross.
Yeah.
I thought she was talking about the coming part.
Yes. Where are you going?
Just because I like jerking off doesn't mean I like drinking cum, okay? There's a huge...
That's it. We're done.
Are we finished?
No, I don't know. Do you have any movies coming out?
Yeah, I got a movie coming out called. What is it called? You said it. Wait.
You said the name. You know the name of the movie?
Oh, it's called.
You smoke weed, bro?
Yeah, I think so.
Nah, I just be messed up.
What do you mean?
Like
Drinking?
No, like
pills?
Like
lean?
I wish. I
Heroin?
trip out when I
Cocaine?
smoke weed. I be seeing demons and shit.
Really?
I'm that dude that like I ruin the like cipher. Like it'd be like
You'd be like Satan. Oh my God.
I'd be scared.
No,
Well,
I'm
when
fucking
does
with
How
you.
to Be Single come out?
How to Be Single comes out next year, February 12th. It's like a little romantic comedy, but it's really fun.
Who else is in that movie?
The girl from 50 Shades of Grey, Dakota Johnson. We play. We're like a couple in it. Leslie Mann from Leslie Mann, Judd Apatow's wife. She's very funny.
She's hilarious.
Fat Amy. What's her?
Did you say Fat Amy?
Did you say Fat Amy?
Fat Amy. What's her? She has her name in Pitch Perfect too.
Oh, her name was Fat Amy.
She's Australian.
Yeah. I know her. The chick with the accent. She's dumb funny.
She's super funny.
She was in Bridesmaids.
Yes,
and
yes.
et cetera, et cetera.
Oh, yeah,
She
yeah,
was the
I know.
roommate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, she's so funny.
She's
Okay.
super funny.
And
That's fucked up that you just call her Fat Amy though. That's
I know her
fucked
name.
up.
It's
her
But
character, though.
fucked
That's
up.
foul.
early.
What you did, it was
Rebel
fucked up.
Wilson.
Rebel Wilson.
Thanks, Griff.
Thanks, Dad.
Love you, Dad.
Well, she'll never speak to you again.
I mean, no, she won't. She won't care.
You don't
I
think so?
said she's hilarious. No, we were chilled.
You don't know her fucking name.
I
bro.
do know her
And
name.
you
It
said
just
we
es-
chilled
it
last
Be like,
night.
really,
It
Fat
escaped
Amy?
me. It escaped me.
Which is back to my theory about you getting high.
Well, I mean,
You have a theory?
I don't get high. I'm just like a little tired. I'm cranky.
Do you feel that you managed to like walk this line in Hollywood of being let me
Go ahead.
you're welcomed in the black Hollywood world. I imagine you're a Wayans, like one of the biggest comedy families of all time. But also you're completely in the white world too. You just do all kinds of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel accepted everywhere? Or do you feel like you haven't gotten offered, like, do they ask you to come do a guest spot on Real Husbands of Hollywood? Like, do they like, hey, Damon, come to the BET Awards? Or they're like, nah, you do too many Orbitz commercials. We ain't trying to have you over here.
I mean, I don't know. I don't really know how to call it. I say one thing is that
I don't give a fuck.
I haven't been doing it here. I mean,
Number one.
ultimately, I got my shades on.
Yeah.
No, I don't really like pay too much attention to it, but I think people need to see me do stand up more. I don't think too many people know that I do stand up, like how I do stand up.
Well, I think also your last name, your
There's
name,
a ton
the
of
bar
us.
is so high.
Yeah.
Like you have to really. You're working the movies, you're working the TV shows, you're doing that. But as far as stand up,
Yeah.
the bar's fucking high.
Yeah.
Like
Is your stand up completely wide audience for anyone?
Yeah. It's-
Totally mainstream.
it's-
Like, do you come out and dance to a Southern rap song for like 45 seconds before you start your set?
no.
What's your song of choice?
Good. Right now?
Yeah.
If you were doing that, and by the way, that is me making a joke about generic black comedians who all open their set with
you
like,
can't talk about black comedians, white boy.
they come out like
no,
this.
you're fucking
My
wrong.
bad, I'm sorry.
What are you gonna say? How are you?
They come out and they're like, yo, it's whatever that song is. Like right now, what would be the one that everyone, what every.
Probably
what-
like Fetty Wap
I'll
or
tell you
something,
what
or like
song
Future
I'm
Commas.
gonna-
It'd be
Come my way might be
Yeah.
the one. They're like,
Nah,
oh,
trap niggas, future trap niggas.
oh, Future. There you go.
It's
The
Flex.
commas.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
That's what I'm gonna come out-
Ting,
that's what I'm
tong,
gonna
ting,
come out
bong,
to.
Yeah.
ting, tong, ooh,
And when the DJ stops it, we'd be like, nah, DJ, keep that on. And you keep.
Play that shit, man. Yeah. Just no jokes. Just like enjoying
Exactly.
the song.
Exactly. You just dance for like a minute.
Rosenberg, shut up,
it's
white
getting
boy.
comfortable.
Don't
Sorry.
talk about black comedians, white boy.
I'm sorry, Ebro. I'm sorry. I just go to a lot of shows. I just served it.
You can't say shit.
No one gets your irony, by the way.
You're white.
I know. I get it. I know what you're.
You don't have an opinion.
No, I know you're being
know
ironic.
your place.
I know. I just don't know if they get it. I don't know if they get what you're saying. I don't know. They're like this. You know what everyone's saying out there?
Yeah,
They're like, yes,
yeah.
finally, Ebro, you're speaking your mind. About time someone said it. I've been
Check
writing
that
it in the
white boy.
I've been writing this in the YouTube comments for 3 years.
Fuck
Instagram.
that white boy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really mind.
Damon
I
Wayans
know-
Jr. is
I know-
uncomfortable now.
I know all. Not at all.
This is
I
up his.
have, I have a cousin who looks just like this dude. I
Wait
have
a minute.
White
Time out.
uncle.
Time
but
out.
He's younger than me.
There's white people in the
in my
Wayans family.
No,
Hold
not in the
fuck.
Wayans. Not in the Wayans.
See,
family.
see,
on my mom's side.
You're like, nah.
Ain't
You
no-
won't claim it?
Nothing but niggas on that.
Yo, question: if it came out that there was a white person in the Wayans family,
A white
what would it
woman?
do to the
I swear
brand?
to you. I'm doing a show with my dad. This is years back. I'm doing a show with my dad. I just got off stage. I brought him up. He's on stage, and he says something, and then this white girl stands up. She goes, "I'm a Wayans," and he was like, "What?" She was like, "I am. I'm a Wayans." He's like, "You can't be a Wayans." She's like, "I am. It's my last name." She like pulled out her ID and everything. He's like, "Oh, you."
Slave master.
Slave master. Yeah. She was like bragging, and then he just went in on her for being related to the slave master.
By the way, you put me in a tough situation once, Damon, because you texted me something very funny, and I wanted to post it, but then I had to have this dilemma of can I post it because Damon said the N-word in the text. Ultimately, I went with it and I posted it anyway because it's clear that it's him saying it.
Yeah.
The direct thing was you wrote, I saw him on Ellen, and I hit him with a question about it. He goes, "Why are you watching Ellen, bro?" And I said, because I'm straight hip hop. That's why, son. I live this shit. And he wrote, "That's the real shit, son. Yo, I fuck with N-words who fuck with Ellen." And I wrote, "Actually, my wife was just on TV. That's how I ended up here." He wrote, "Nah, son. Ain't no Ellen takebacks."
Damon Wayans Jr. He's at Caroline's on Broadway all weekend, man. It's a pleasure, man.
Hey, bro.
Good
have
luck to
fun,
you.
man.
Yeah,
Yo,
man.
crack me
Anytime.
up.
Anytime.